BT Fabian 1 asks, I'm just curious, several authors I read have discussed how hard it is to sometimes kill off certain characters, which clearly is not an issue here. You've certainly killed plenty off in your career, both in and out of A Song of Ice and Fire. Which character was the toughest to kill off?
Well, I won't mention any character names, but the Red Wedding was the hardest thing I ever wrote. And those who have read the books know what I'm referring to. That chapter occurs about 2/3 of the way through Storm of Swords, but it was actually the last thing I wrote for that book. When I reached that chapter, I couldn't write it. I skipped over it. I wrote all the aftermath and, you know, the other things. I wrote The Other Wedding, in which someone also dies. That one was easy and fun to write. Because, you know, everybody wanted to see that little shit die. Actually, I'm being glib. I should say, yeah, that was an easier chapter to write. But even at the moment that particular little shit does die, I tried to write it so that you would feel a moment of empathy for him in his dying, and you know, bring home the point that, you know, this too was a human being who was scared and terrified and then dead. But only after everything else was finished did I go back and force myself to write the actual Red Wedding chapter, simply because it was so painful to write. I invest a lot in these characters, and particularly the viewpoint characters. I live inside their skin, so it's a little bit like killing part of yourself or smothering one of your children. But, you know, sometimes it has to be done for the service of the almighty God of the story. And the story always comes first.
And related to that, do you ever find that it would have been more expedient had you not killed the character off later on?
No, not really. Not really. You know, sometimes my readers write me and they wish I hadn't killed off a particular character, but there was a reason for all of the major character deaths. I mean, a lot of minor characters die too, and sometimes I don't even remember that they're dead. You know, I occasionally, you know, I'm saying some Night's Watch expedition leaves out and it has Fred, Bill, and Sam on it, and, you know, Elio of Westeros points out you actually killed Bill 2 books ago. Oh, damn! All right, I forgot about that. He died in a Thenns attack, but fortunately I have fans who have sharper eyes than I who will point out this stuff. But the major character deaths have all been planned and are all a part of the story, and I don't regret them.